Will Smith's son, Jaden, he's modeling for Louis Vuitton.
Wear the dress. I don't want to wear the dress. I want to wear this dress. You know what I mean? This is, oh, gosh, it's so difficult.
The greatest gift that I can give my children is the freedom to be who they are.
Dave Chappelle never stops revealing ugly truths about Hollywood and how some specific people treat the actors from the R&B industry. And this time, Dave again came to the front line and revealed why Jaden Smith, the famous American rapper, wears gay clothing. Ever since it was discovered that Jaden Smith was modeling for Louis Vuitton women's clothing, the internet's been going into an uproar. Even if every social media platform is filled to the max with rumors and debates, there is one in particular that has managed to rise to the top. Some people feel that Jaden Smith's sexual orientation is the reason why he's becoming a growing face for Louis Vuitton women's wear. And now, none other than Dave Chappelle has come out to explain why Jaden Smith is dressing in gay-themed apparel. Don't worry, we'll bring you to all the parts of the puzzle that make up this enigma. The year 2015 was the year that Jaden Smith said yes to the dress, but the year 2016 was the year that he turned it into a career. It was announced that Will Smith's son, Jaden Smith, will be the face of Louis Vuitton's Spring-Summer 2016 collections. Jaden Smith was featured in advertisements for the brand's women's line. In that year, Louis Vuitton officially welcomed Jaden Smith by posting an Instagram picture with the caption, "Happy to introduce Jaden Smith, Christian Grey in the new SS16 Louis Vuitton ad campaign, photographed by Bruce Weber." The craziness started from this caption, and everyone started speculating that Jaden Smith is gay, and that this gave rise to the rumors on another level. It's said that Jaden Smith was gay from the start, and that's why he started this campaign and became the face of Louis Vuitton women's wear.
Now, Jaden gave fierce face, baby, while modeling Louis' latest gothic loafer-style shoe, but naysayers, honey, came for the leather blouse that he was wearing too, y'all.
Jaden, at such a small age, started getting bashed on a huge level just by modeling for a brand's women's wear. Even Jaden was thought to be used as a means for removing women from the fashion industry. One person wrote, "So, a man who identifies as a man takes an ambassador spot that a woman should have had? The erasing of women continues for now." Another said, 10 years, we all going to be wearing the same clothes, same hairstyles, won't be able to tell who is who from either direction. Just fingers crossed you're hitting on the right one." But Jaden responded to these trolls in a very graceful way. He said, "I'm just expressing how I feel inside, which is really no particular way because every day it changes how I feel about the world and myself." When Jaden was getting criticized by the public at some point, there were also some supporters who were supporting him like crazy. One of his supporters said, "Bravo, Jaden Smith, I support you. Clothes are just fabrics and fabrics don't have gender. Wear what you want. You don't need society to decide what to wear or not. Wear what makes you comfortable and happy." Jaden Smith's father also came forward for his son's support and said, "We decided a long time ago it is sort of better to flow with how people are naturally more than what our egos need them to be. We definitely agree that clothes are just fabrics and they don't have any gender and that Jaden's father has no problem with him. But the story behind wearing women's clothing is the creepiest story in Hollywood, and Dave Chappelle revealed everything that is behind this underplot."
Because this industry is a monster. It's the same monster that these Me Too bitches was trying to tell you about.
Dave has been extremely vocal about the seedier side of the film industry. The people at the top of the business who sought to exert control over him messed him over. Dave says that the comedians willfully subject themselves to public shame for the sake of fame and fortune. To set the scene, there's a long-standing idea that black entertainers must perform in a womanly dress in order to get into the Hollywood industry. The fact that black comedians frequently end up paying these over-the-top and disrespectful portrayals of black women in another distressing trend that contributes to the perpetuation of negative stereotypes.
Wow. I don't think anyone saw this one coming.
It's debatable if this is merely a conspiracy theory or whether there is in reality, but it is true that there's a disparity between the number of movies in which black actors cross-dress or play female characters and those in which white actors do the same. Many well-known black comedians and actors, including Dave Chappelle, have recently spoken about this issue, admitting that they were forced to dress in a dress even though the scene didn't demand it. Then he dropped a hint about a crucial, yet often overlooked aspect of the story. He reveals a nefarious plot unfolding off screen that most people will be unable to fathom. Dave notoriously skipped town to South Africa in 2005 after turning down a $50 million contract. He revealed in an interview that he had fled to Africa in order to escape the influence of the elite.
What's going on? Why is Dave Chappelle going to Africa? Why does Mariah Carey make a $100 million deal and take her clothes off on TRL?
Admiration for his bravery and courage among his fans persists to this day. Hollywood insiders never seem to tire of complimenting Dave Chappelle for exposing the industry's pretenses and arrogance through his comedy. An enthusiastic supporter remarked, "I know the term socially intelligent gets thrown around a lot these days, but Dave is one of the smartest people I've ever seen in the sense of being socially aware. He can tell such a great story, but he can get you so caught up in the story that you almost forget there's going to be a punchline coming. And not just a good punchline, a great punchline." Dave further alleged that the entertainment industry actively seeks to persecute and manipulate people to the point that they become addicted to drugs at a young age, while convincing them that they are insane and crazy to control them.
The whole time, they're trying to convince me I'm insane. They were trying to get me to take psychotic medication.
And after this, people really started calling him crackhead and even speculated that he had some mental complexities. But when he came to South Africa, he went on the Oprah Winfrey Show to clarify that he hadn't turned down the money so much as walked away from the terms of a lucrative contract.
I wasn't walking away from the money.
Yeah.
I was walking away from the circumstances.
And when Oprah asked Dave what he was supposed to do in Hollywood that led him to take this step, he replied that he was forced to create reckless sketches and that the point of these sketches was to make people laugh at him. Dave didn't stop there, though. He described an experience while filming a movie with Martin Lawrence and discussed the belief that black artists are coerced into wearing dresses before they become famous.
I'm doing a movie with Martin.
Yeah.
The movie's going good. So I walk in the trailer. I'm like, man, this must be the wrong trailer because there's a dress in here.
However, the craziest part is that even when Dave confessed, he felt awkward putting on a dress. The directors and producers kept pressuring him and assuring him that all the great actors had done the same thing.
Because I don't feel comfortable wearing a dress. Oh, come on, Dave, listen, we got it all set up. We're supposed to shoot. Every minute you waste costs this much money. You know, the pressure comes in.
And that's when Dave did the math and realized this wasn't a fluke. Dave also reflected on how the producers had prepared 2 alternate scripts in case he refused to take the dressing, saying that this should serve as an example to all performers in the entertainment industry.
The minute it was clear, I was adamant. I'm not wearing a dress. I'm not wearing the dress. All right, fine. Think of something else.
Dave Chappelle's not the only victim of Hollywood's elite cruelty. There's another great comedian who was subjected to his heinous act. He is Kevin Hart. In 2013, Kevin Hart surprised everyone by appearing on the skit while wearing a dress, despite the fact that he had previously stated that he would never do such a thing.
The new pope is not Turkson. The new pope is 9-year-old Oscar nominee Kavenzhane Wallace.
Kevin had a bit part in the romance comedy The 5-Year Engagement, barely a year before his SNL debut, and while promoting the film, he did an interview with Blacktree TV in which he was asked to respond to Dave Chappelle's accusations that black performers are routinely forced to wear dresses. Kevin, however, only smiled nervously and agreed with Dave that it's important to establish limits and say no to anything that could damage your reputation.
You gotta know that you're a brand. I'm a brand. You need to protect your brand at all times.
Therefore, many of Kevin Hart's supporters accused him of selling out for popularity as he appeared on SNL just a year later wearing a dress. It's not that Kevin hasn't had previous success. That's not the issue. Kevin Hart was quickly placed in a number of high-budget movies after his performance on Saturday Night Live, despite the fact that prior to that sketch, he was not getting the same kind of opportunities. In fact, shortly after his debut on SNL, Kevin Hart was offered roles in a number of films. And isn't it worrisome how Kevin suddenly got such limelight and started to appear in every big budget movie, and even as movies started to hit the box office, everyone started believing that he really did sell himself and put himself in that dress for just the sake of fame and money. But some people also said that Kevin might be getting threatened by the producers and directors, and they are controlling Kevin. It's also said that if Kevin would not appear on that show, he would have disappeared from everywhere forever. So Dave Chappelle's frequently coming to the camera and revealing ugly truths, and Kevin Hart's past literally is pointing out that Jaden Smith is also going through the same things that Dave went through. And Dave never wished that an innocent child in this industry should go through the things that he endured because he knows the pain.
I think about this guy all the time. When I look at my own kids and I see how young and innocent they are, I can't believe someone did that to me.
But Jaden Smith is now the target of dirty Hollywood, and it clearly seems that he is doing all these weird things because he's being controlled by all these clowns of Hollywood. And maybe he is even getting death threats. That's it for today, folks. Until next time, goodbye.